Hello everyone, I am Rohit. I, on behalf of ZIIEI Society, would like to welcome all the teachers to one of the most successful and innovative idea sharing platform of India, ZIIEI, that is Zero Investment Innovation for Education Initiative. Here we will be discussing about new and innovative techniques for the different lessons from our chapters. And in short, we will learn how to make the whole process of learning fun and interesting for the kids. Today the chapter that I'll be covering is from Ncert Board Class 5. Subject is Environmental Studies and the name of the chapter is A Snake Charmer's Story. The main innovation that I'll be using here for covering this lesson is known as Star of the Class. The main innovation behind this idea is to give the students a better understanding of the class and motivate them through a reward system which is known as Star of the Class. In short, we will be needing to motivate the students to get a better understanding of the lesson. Some of the important concepts that we'll be covering with the help of this innovation are learning about the profession of a snake charmer or a sapeda, learning about the different medicines that they prepare from different plants, learning about the different environmental laws or the government laws which are made to protect the wild animals, and also learn about different snakes and the features. The duration for this activity will be 40 minutes. Before starting this activity, we need to make some pre-arrangements. First of all, we'll be preparing stars out of chart papers, and along with this, we'll also be needing scissors, chart paper, and sellotape and gum. Next, we will be needing to call a professional snake charmer or sapera to be the educator of the class for the particular day. And while doing so, we also ask them to bring a bean if possible, or if not, any other musical instrument which is used by Kalbelia family in a bean parties. Next, we'll be taking permission from the classroom and also informing the parents that we'll be doing an activity like that. Before starting the activity, we do our discussion. We keep a discussion duration for the students. We talk with the students. We tell them that we are going to conduct our activity which is known as Star of the Class, and the main criteria for winning this reward is that you should be neat, you should be clean, you should be attentive in all the classrooms, you should be regular in submitting all the class works and homeworks and so on. Then we continue with the discussion. We ask them, who is the star of your life? Who do you think is the star of your life? They will give different answers. It can be the parents, it can be your film stars and so on, or some cartoon characters. We appreciate all of them. We tell them that it's very good that you have got such, you follow such stars. It's very well and good. And similarly, you can also be the star of the class. And few instructions apart from the criteria which I've mentioned. So the basis on which it will be decided will be, first of all, you will have to, that is, we'll be telling the students that you will have to go to the chapter thoroughly and frame questions out of it on your own. Next, for today, the educator will be different from you. I will not be taking the class. Someone else will be taking the class. You will ask all your questions to that person. And at the end, you will have to write a report based on the answers that you have got in a neat, clean and proper way. And based on your performance, the one who performs well will be getting the Star of the Class reward. Then we call out the snake charmer. We introduce him or her to the students and we tell them that today, he will be the educator of the class. And prior to that, we will also have to inform the snake charmer that you will be getting questions based on the following topics, like about the Kalbelia family, where they are origin from, where did the saperas move from, why did the saperas move from place to place for shows, what are the different medicines that they've prepared for the general people, and how they are made, and also different kinds of snakes and the features. Then we tell the students, and as the students have framed their questions, we give them certain time for that also. Once they prepare their questions, we continue with the session, and they start asking questions to the snake charmer. And some of the relevant questions could be like, who are Kalbeda family? How do they perform in bean party? Why do they perform in bean party? What are different instruments they use in a bean party? Or in the old times when they used to travel from village to village, why did they perform with the snakes? What are the different medicines that they gave to the people? How did they recognize which medicine to give? What are the plants from which they prepared the medicines? Or what are the government laws that have impacted their whole profession? Do they think that the snakes culture, dancing of snakes should be brought into culture, and so on? They can also ask about the different snakes and the features, and so on. They start asking the questions. We also make it a point to tell the students that if some of the questions are repeated, they need not ask the questions again. Once the whole process is done, once everyone has asked their questions, we make sure to prepare our own set of questions such that if any of the points is left out, any of the important topics is left out, we can ask the questions on behalf of the students to the snake charmer, and the students will note down the answer. Once everything is done, we tell the students to thank the snake charmer for coming to the class as an educator. And after that, we as an educator sum up all the give a summary of all the things that have been discussed in the whole day session. Once it is done, we tell the students, we give them a homework, and in the homework they have to write about on the chapter, a report on the chapter, based on the questions that they have asked to the subpoena. And by writing the report, we give them certain instructions that it should be neat and clean, it should be written in good handwriting, it should contain all the topics that have been mentioned, it should be point wise, and it should be written in a grammatical, without grammatical error. And then they will submit it the next day. Based on the performance, based on the questions they have asked, and based on the report they have submitted, we select one star of the class, and in a chart paper, if possible, we ask that person, him or her, to give a photograph of him or her and paste it on the chart paper and write as a star of the class, and tell all the students to appreciate the student and clap for the student who have achieved the star of the class. And then we tell the students that similar to him, for the next sessions they can also be the star of the class, but for that they have to keep on maintaining their discipline and cleanliness in the class, and also perform well when we conduct the star of the class session next session. When you start teaching the students in this way, when you start creating a competitive environment in the class, and it helps, we get a lot of learning outcomes out of it. First of all, when the students will be reading the chapter and framing their own questions, it will help in developing their critical thinking and decision-making process. Next, when the students will be introduced to the snake charmer as the educator of the day, and at the end, when they will be thanking him, then they will be developing a sense of empathy, a sense of respect towards all type of professions that is available. Next, they'll become aware of the things practically. It will help in developing a self-learning environment in the whole class. Next, when the students will be waiting for the fellow mates to ask questions, it will help in developing the value of respecting others' thoughts. Along with this, when they will be given homework to write a report on the things which they have written, which they have discussed in the class, it will help in developing their communication skill, linguistic skills, writing skill, and so many other things. Apart from this, they will have a better understanding of the things which you have already explained in the class, and they will never forget this for their whole life. And when you go and implement this in your own classroom, then I'm pretty much sure that all the students will be excited to be a part of it. They will be interested to be a part of it. And I'm pretty much sure that you'll be getting a lot of other learning outcomes apart from the ones which I have mentioned. And for this innovative idea, for this video, that's all for this video. And if you like this video and you want more of such videos from us, please do like, share and subscribe to our official channel, ZIIEI.